Hello everyone, bienvenidos, welcome. The purpose of this video is to help you continue to practice with the verb doler and some basic vocabulary of body parts. Remember that the skill only comes through practice, so keep working at it. You can do it. Remember to study the topic in your textbook first, or you can Google the verb doler and you'll find some great YouTube videos that describe how doler works, and they'll give you some examples. When you're ready to practice, then come here. So let's get started. Vamos a empezar. So remember the question, if you want to ask a patient what is bothering you or what brings you in today, the question is, ¿Qué molestias tiene usted? Now, in this video, we are going to focus on talking about a patient. In other words, what is bothering the patient? If you had to relay the information to another medical professional, what's going on with a particular patient, this is how you would do it. So the question is, ¿Qué molestias tiene el paciente? So what's bothering the patient? Okay. The other question that you should know is, ¿Qué le duele al paciente? So right to the point, what is hurting the patient? What hurts the patient? ¿Qué le duele al paciente? Now, the al paciente clarifies the le, because remember the le can mean to you, it can mean to him or to her as an indirect object pronoun. The question ¿Qué le duele by itself is ambiguous because you don't know without any clarification if I'm asking you what's bothering you or what's bothering him or what's bothering her, because that's what ¿Qué le duele means. It can mean any of them. In order to clarify, in Spanish we use this a plus the noun. So al paciente, a is a contraction of a and el. So el paciente, al paciente, literally to the patient. So we are saying in Spanish, what to him is hurting to the patient. And that's redundant in English, yes, but in Spanish it's necessary to clarify the le. Okay? So, ¿Qué le duele al paciente? Here's the underlying grammar structure. Le duele, again, we're talking about a patient. If the noun is singular, it'll be duele. If the noun is plural, it'll be duelen. For example, if I want to say the patient's ear hurts, in Spanish I would literally have to say to him is hurting the ear. So the to him is the le, duele is hurting, and I would say el oído. Le duele el oído. In other words, his ear is hurting. If it's both of the ears, los oídos, then I have to change the verb form to duelen with the n because this is plural. The ears are hurting. In other words, singular, the ear is hurting. Plural, the ears are hurting. And then, of course, the le is to him or to her, whatever the patient is. Okay. So here's the underlying grammar structure. So now you're ready for the practice part. Here it is. ¿Qué le duele al paciente? La cabeza. So I want to say his head is hurting. The patient's head is hurting. Al paciente le duele la cabeza. Al paciente le duele la cabeza. Or if the al paciente part is understood from the context of the conversation, you could leave it out and just say le duele la cabeza. His head is hurting. Le duele la cabeza. El ojo. This one, let's make it a female patient. La paciente. The patient's eye is hurting. A la paciente le duele el ojo. A la paciente le duele el ojo. So the patient's eye is hurting. And again, it's a female patient, la paciente. A and la do not contract in Spanish. A and el do contract. That's where you get the al from. So once again, otra vez, a la paciente le duele el ojo. Los ojos. So this one, just his eyes or her eyes are hurting, without any clarification. Le duelen los ojos. Le duelen los ojos. Le duelen los ojos. El oído. His or her ear is hurting. Without the little clarifying phrase, what would you say? Le duele el oído. Le duele el oído. Again, we're not using the phrase that clarifies the le. If I wanted to say the patient, female patient, then I would say a la paciente le duele el oído. If it were a male patient, al paciente le duele el oído. Los oídos. Le duelen los oídos. His ears are hurting or her ears are hurting. There's no clarifier here, so it could be either. La espalda. His back or her back is hurting, either one. Le duele la espalda. Le duele la espalda. El tobillo. His ankle or her ankle is hurting. Le duele el tobillo. Le duele el tobillo. Plural. His or her ankles are hurting. Le duelen los tobillos. Le duelen los tobillos. Remember, this is plural, so the verb is agreeing with the body part that is hurting. Okay, well that's it for this video. If you didn't get them all right, then go back to the beginning of the practice part and keep doing it until you've got them all right. And then you've really learned something. Okay, well that's it for this video. Hasta luego. Nos vemos la próxima vez. See you in class.